Hello, Internet, and thank you for joining me today. I feel like I should start this video off with an apology because I have been meaning to sit down and record something for quite a while, but it just hasn't happened. Real life has gotten in the way and has prevented me from coming back to this space. So after a month's hiatus, what am I coming back with? What am I coming to thrill you with? Well, it's another video where I just kind of open up the mic and ramble on about things that I'm seeing out in the world and want to ramble about. And this time we've got some juicy drama. And when I say drama, I mean drama queen. For those of you not in the know, this is a new manga, or a fairly new manga, that has reached the States and has caused quite a stir. I myself found out about it like most people found out about it, I feel like, and that is through people bitching online that it's racist. Now, I'm not some political YouTuber. I don't want to get into the politics of this subject matter, but I do want to talk about this manga because it's kind of in my wheelhouse. And hey, it's something I can just kind of, again, open up this mic and ramble about for a minute. Let me kick this off with a brief recap of the story as it sits now. So we start off in a world that is kind of post-apocalyptic, kind of not. There was a meteor that was headed for Earth, but then some aliens just happened by and destroyed the meteor. And now we're living in Tokyo with all these aliens that are seen as, like, I guess the upper class citizens of society. They're basically treated better than everyone else because everyone in the world loves these aliens because they saved everyone and they're the big heroes, even if I guess they weren't technically the ones that pushed the button that destroyed the asteroid. It doesn't matter. The whole thing centers around, like, class struggle here. We meet up with our protagonist, and she is just really pissed off because she doesn't really like the aliens. They kind of treat her like crap, and they beat her, and she is just kind of weirded out that everyone loves these things, but they don't treat people very well. It's very much a two-tiered society, and she ends up meeting up with this other person at work that feels the same way with her, and he has a conspiracy that the aliens were the ones that actually sent the asteroid so that they could make it look like they were some big heroes, but in reality there's just something nefarious going on. Once those two get together, they kind of stumble their way through, and they end up killing one of these aliens, and they discover that the girl character, whose name escapes me at the moment, hold on, Nomomoto, although I'm probably still saying that wrong even after I looked it up. Whatever, keeping it in the video anyway. So it turns out that Nomomoto can eat these aliens, and that's great for her because she's always complaining about being hungry, and she can eat the entirety of them without leaving a trace, and that's kind of where we pick up. I'll leave my recap there because I feel like everything else is just going to spoil it. And, you know, I read a lot of manga, but I feel like this one's worth giving a read if you also enjoy manga. It's not something that's screaming out its originality here, but it is something that I think has some potential. So giving it a try, at least with these first, I think at the time of recording there's like 10 chapters out. It's a pretty quick read, and it's kind of worth giving a shot. Now, at this part of the video, you're probably wondering, with your normal human brain, what's the problem? What's really, everyone freaking out about with this one? You just gave a fairly bland-ish kind of summary of the manga, and your summation is just kind of right down the middle. So what's everyone freaking out about? Well, there's a bunch of people that don't have normal human brains that seem to think that the aliens are stand-ins for people of different races, and they are using this to say that Japan is immensely racist and that they just hate all the foreigners in their country. And this guy, the author of this, I'm not going to try to pronounce that name, but I'll put it up on screen. They are saying that he is racist against all these foreigners in his country. Now, here is where I come in the middle of the road, because I don't really know this author. I haven't looked into any of his other work. I think this might be his first, actually. But I haven't, looked him up on Twitter. I haven't sent him any DMs. I don't know the guy. He could be a raving racist for all I know. But I'm here to talk about the art, because I am definitely a big fan of Death of the Artist, which, for those of you who don't know, is just that I like to remove the artist, whatever he, she, or otherwise might believe, and take them completely out of my assessment of whatever art they create. And from everything I'm seeing, Drama Queen just doesn't have this kind of biting political motive to it. It's not really saying anything about how the aliens are this way or that way, other than the ones that we directly come in contact with that are jerks and then get eaten. But, that can just be, a subset or whatever. The classic not all argument. But also, it just doesn't kind of feel that way, because I don't associate minorities with alien creatures. Maybe that's just a me thing, and these other people that are freaking out about it, they just have different thoughts on minorities than myself. But that really is all the controversy to this. If something happens in the manga that is interesting, that I feel like I need to talk about, I will open this mic back up and talk about it. But for now, I'm actually going to cut this video fairly short. So if you liked it, go ahead and hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. My name is Ice King Spiff. Sayonara, bitches.